Will Marvel vs. Capcom 4 be announced at the PlayStation Experience 2016? This is Raptor News reactions on the latest gaming news, brought to you by Robert Workman over on comicbook.com. So let's unpack this news. First, when I saw this rumor, I was like, not gonna happen. But then something happened where I changed my mind. So let's unpack it. A forum poster over on NeoGAF. Let's go there, shall we? Rice is his name. He says the following: I wasn't going to share this, but enough beating around the bush. A few other gaffers and myself were told that Marvel vs. Capcom 4 announcement at the PlayStation Experience. I didn't think it would happen for all the obvious reasons, but there you go. We'll know for certain in 8 days. For obvious reasons, I will get into that anyway. This is interesting because normally if this is like fake information, he will probably get banned or something like that. So someone at NeoGAF, some moderator, might think that he's not talking out of his ass, which of course is interesting. So apart from that, the rumor gets even crazier when like supposed to be screenshots happen or like leaked photos from the trailer of the game. This is like the logo. It's supposed to hit in 2017, Marvel Capcom PS4. Maybe another deal like Street Fighter where it will just be a console exclusive on PS4 and also come to PC. Anyway, what is interesting about this is of course that Capcom had Street Fighter 5. And we all know how that went. Well, not so good, because that game released, was not a lot of content. Later it got like the story update for free, but yeah, it didn't sell as much as Capcom hoped. So for me, if I look at this situation, I'm like, why would Capcom make another fighting game when their like huge fighting franchise is not doing as well? Well, this could be the case. And first I want to go to some obvious reasons on why Marvel vs. Capcom probably will not be announced, but then I will go to my like counter argument to say why this could be the case. Ritota Nitsuma, you know how I am with Japanese names, sorry about that. Anyway, he was the producer on Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and he tweeted this: thanks for keeping the love of the game going. I would love to make Marvel vs. Capcom 4, but nothing's happening on that front. So then you might think, okay, this was like, when was this article like posted? On November 19, 2016. So this is like a month ago. He said, no, nothing is happening on this front. This game is not in development. Okay, shut it down. This is over, right? Well, not really, because a lot of developers, I mean, if we get asked like if this game is in development and it's one of the secret announcements at the PlayStation Experience, he will not be like, yeah, of course, we will announce it in a month. No, it will keep a secret. And sometimes developers tend to then say, just deny the fact that the game is in development. So interesting stuff, but this would not rule out the possibility of an announcement just yet. So where my counter argument comes from is the Marvel deal. What Marvel is doing this year. We already saw the Spider-Man announcement for the PlayStation 4, of course. Insomniac Games is making that. No Activision deals, no movie tie-in, no stuff like that. Just, hey Insomniac, make this Spider-Man game as good as you can. We will have a lot of money here. Do what you want. Well, what was interesting is that they also went to Telltale Games to make a game. And they said, hey Telltale Games, it will probably be a Guardians of the Galaxy game, not announced yet, but hey Telltale Games, you can make awesome games. You're now doing the Batman, but we also want a Marvel Telltale game. Of course, they have this series on Netflix. They're looking at developers that can make, quote, epic games. Make epic games. That's what they want, not just easy cash cows that in the end will not turn out to be as good. Because of course, when Activision made like Spider-Man games, they had like a year development time, and yeah, they all sucked. So yeah, what will happen if it's a good Spider-Man game, obviously. So that's interesting. My point is with this is that of course, if Marvel is looking at studios and they want to make great games, they have some money to spend on those games. And Street Fighter 5, it supposedly, according to rumors, it didn't happen if Sony wasn't willing to give them some money to make it a PlayStation exclusive. So maybe this will happen as well with the Marvel vs. Capcom game, where Capcom is like, I want to make this, but yeah, we don't have the money. And then Marvel comes in, hey, we want a fighting game as well, because Injustice 2 is coming out, and they of course have DC characters. We want Marvel characters. Wait, Marvel vs. Capcom, a great franchise. We want to make it even bigger. let's do it again. So then they went to Capcom, gave them a lot of money. This could be the case. And why I think that it might then be announced this year and why it might be at the PlayStation Experience, so why the rumors might be true, is because of this. Jae Ong, I hope I pronounced that right again. Anyway, he's Marvel's vice president of games. He came in like 2 years ago to shake things up, and now he said this. Was a lot about Marvel Games' plans for consoles that he didn't talk about. There's an existing partnership with Telltale Games, already talked about that, Sony Interactive Entertainment for the Spider-Man PS4 game, Warner Bros. For the Lego games, and also more. But he indicated that there is a lot more in the works, some of which we will hear more about later this year. Okay, Marvel and Telltale could be the case. They could go to the Game Awards and say, here you have the Guardians of the Galaxy game. On the other hand though, Walking Dead will have the season gameplay premiere at the Game Awards. That's already known. Walking Dead Season 3 will be there, will get shown, will be awesome. So for Telltale to have another game there as well, seems a little bit too much, right? So he could be pointing at the Marvel vs. Capcom announcement here. We will hear more about this later this year. Well, this could be the PlayStation Experience, right? This is my take on it right now. It would be weird for Capcom to announce it right now with the current state of Street Fighter V. You might think that they want to focus on one fighting game, but on the other hand, they may, had like a nice deal with Marvel, maybe a nice deal with Sony again, to make this a console exclusive for PS4, to make this a fighting game with Marvel characters that everyone loves, make it maybe more mainstream, get more people in. I can totally see this happening, but we don't know for sure. Anyway, for a lot of content about the PlayStation Experience, keep it locked here. I already have my predictions up, so be sure to check them out. Subscribe if you haven't already, like the video if you did, and I will speak to you next time. Let me know what you think of this Marvel vs. Capcom rumor. Is it going to happen? Could be. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching.